How can you know if you suspect your boyfriend is having an affair? What are the telltale signs that he's cheating? Cheating has influenced many of us. Whether it's counseling a friend or relative who's having marital problems or allowing a speck of doubt to enter your mind about your own relationship, we've compiled a list of the most common indications and describe both the harmless explanation and why it could be a sign of cheating. Just make sure you subscribe to Fourth. Like, share, and turn on your notification posts to get updates on videos like this. Now let's move those signs. Number 1. Your intuition. A suspicion that anything is wrong is frequently the first indicator for many women. To be sure, intuition isn't proof that your guy is doing anything improper, but you have a feeling something isn't quite right. In many of these circumstances, you've picked up on some of the other indicators unconsciously. Simply put, your intuition may be incorrect. Do you spend enough time talking to each other? Perhaps he's going through a difficult moment. Hunches are more frequently than not correct. If your instincts tell you that he's playing you, keep your eyes and ears alert for some of the other indicators. Number 2. Technology changes. With technology making it simpler to contact individuals, it's not only easier to have an affair, but there are also more areas to get caught out. You may discover that your partner has an email account that you were unaware of, or that he has 2 phone numbers, and you only know 1 number. Another common clue is when he begins accepting calls and walking out of the room, often saying to you it's for work, and then becoming defensive when you approach his phone. Having a second phone is unrelated to business, or their primary phone can be an indication of dishonesty. Many cheats keep a separate phone for interacting with the person or people whom they are involved with. Furthermore, any changes in behavior related to technology could be a red flag. Hurriedly closing a laptop or tabs on the screen when their partner enters the room could indicate that they're hiding anything from you. While you're at home, his mistress sends him SMSs or emails which he tries to conceal. If you're tempted to look through his phone, think twice. Are your suspicions worth breaching his trust? Number 3. Your friends notice something's up. This isn't something he's done, but friends and family will often sense that something isn't quite right between the two of you and begin to question you. Perhaps you've been arguing more with others, or your pals have observed a lot of tension when you're together. Cheaters frequently feel terrible, therefore a common psychological strategy is to try to put their partner or spouse in a poor light to justify the adultery to themselves. To create this situation, they may try to incite arguments or an unpleasant atmosphere. You're going through a difficult period, or you're just tensed when you're with other people. Perhaps you should discuss things between the two of you, or seek couples counseling if necessary. If more than one best friend starts questioning if everything is fine between you, it may be time to pause and reflect, especially if you hadn't noticed anything was wrong. Number 4. Things don't add up. Is he shifting his everyday routine for no apparent reason? His real employment hasn't changed, but he's starting to leave earlier in the morning and return later. Or maybe he told you he was out with Steve last week, but you later found out he was at a conference. Work could be becoming more stressful as a result of someone departing, leaving him with more work than usual. Alternatively, he could be planning a surprise for you and doesn't want you to know about it. When someone begins to lie, it gets increasingly difficult to maintain the act. So when tiny unexplained things begin to occur, or you notice conflicting things, there could be something not so innocent as an explanation. Number 5. You're not invited to work for dues anymore. Remember how you used to go to his Christmas parties and summer balls? He always invited you to join him for a drink with his coworkers if you were available. But there's been a change of policy, or perhaps he doesn't even mention it anymore. Many businesses are cutting back on non-essentials, and if that means no longer inviting partners to events, so be it. Or is it possible that he invited you without realizing it? If he stops inviting you to work, it could be because he's seeing someone at work and doesn't want you to meet them and create an unpleasant scenario for him. Number 6. He's over attentive. He appears to be more interested in you than usual. Perhaps they surprise you with gifts or start helping out with kids more than usual. He might even start doing more around the house, such as ironing, laundry, or those nagging do-it-yourself projects that have gone unfinished for months. Have you recently gone through a hard patch? Your guy might have decided to put in more effort to get things back on track. Positive thinking is vital in partnerships. He's feeling bad and wants to make amends for having an affair. This type of stuff is common in the early stages of an affair. Number 7. He gets irritated easily. When you ask him about his recent activities, he becomes guarded and jumpy. He may be preparing a surprise vacation or romantic getaway and does not want you to ruin the surprise. He is concerned that you are spying on him and may find out about his cheating habits. Number 8. He accuses you of cheating. This will undoubtedly come as a surprise, but he may ask bluntly if you've been seeing someone else. Men are more straightforward than women. Although statistics suggest that males cheat more than women, he will have his suspicion. It's not an implausible excuse if your relationship is going through a hard period, especially if you stop chatting as frequently. Cheaters frequently suspect their partners of cheating because they believe that if they can get away with it, you can too. Many people who cheat deal with their guilt in this way. They try to make themselves feel better by turning the tables. After you've recovered from your first shock at being implicated, it could be worth investigating what he's up to.
Number 9. He has a rapid change in his weight or appearance. Cheating males have bodily transformations. Their love handles go away, their posture improves, and their muscle tone and definition improve. It's the body's primitive way of preparing for courtship. He's preparing to attract a spouse. Furthermore, cheating guys begin to take much better care of themselves and take a great interest in their appearance. He begins pressing his clothes, combing his hair, and shaving on a daily basis, while he did not previously, especially when leaving the house without you.
Number 10. He's hotter than ever in bed. When you're in the depths of desire, your hubby starts doing something new and beautiful. It could be a new foreplay method or perhaps a new sex position you've never heard of before. He could be looking at new sex advice and deciding to try it out. Don't judge him for attempting it. One of the more odd symptoms is that he's cheating. But if this happens more than once and out of the blue, it could be because someone is teaching him something new in another bed. Number 11. You don't talk anymore. This is nearly the inverse of his being overly interested in you. Maybe he's lost interest in what you did during the day, or he no longer says I love you, or he doesn't want to kiss or hug you. Is he stressed or worried about something? This can often explain mood swings or apathy, and he may be unaware that he is suffering. If he becomes less interested in learning about your day and how you're feeling, it's usually an indication that he's getting his emotional fix elsewhere. When kissing ends in a relationship, it's often interpreted as a major red flag. And that concludes today's video. Are there any other signs that weren't mentioned in this video? You can drop your ideas in the comment section. You can share with us in the comment section. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to Fourth, and turn on your notification post, and we'll see you in the next video.